everyone, and thanks for joining us today. We have Danilo, who is gonna do an intro, and actually more than an intro, it's gonna demonstrate how to build your own trading bot on Rujira using a template he has been building that will be open source and will allow you to copy the code and tailor it to run your own bots. So without more speaking from me, Danilo, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, PM. Yes, hello everyone. So I would like to show you guys like the exciting product, Barracuda 8FT. I'm going to start the presentation here. So we are Funttastic Labs. I'm the CEO of Funttastic Labs in partnership with Rujira, and we are working behind the scenes to create this like a bot template, which is like a very interesting project with a lot of features. So we have like the Tor chain, which is this decentralized exchange for Bitcoin native with 100 billion token swap, then powered by Room and Rujira, which is like our partner, a strong partner for a long time. Initially in Kujira, now returning to Rujira. And they are an app layer on Torchain with a lot of integrated DeFi tools and dApps, very interesting ones. And we are Funttastic Labs. We specialize in high frequency trading, market making, trading infrastructure, club AMM integrations. And also we have worked with other chains and other protocols like Ujira, Solana, Polkadot on Telegram, BingX Cube, and much more. We now started with the Barracuda project. It's like a high frequency trading bot template for RUJI Trade that I show you in a second. But firstly, I just would like to talk about the main features. So it's actually very easy to get started. I'm going to actually take in a challenge with you guys when we start the demo. And we have like a well-defined and robust crafted architecture. We try to do our best in this regard to deliver a very good and high quality product. So, but also we would like your feedback. So please try it and on your home and then get back to us with feedback. We'd like to keep improving. We have like a dedicated demonstration script to get your hands dirty, like to really use the all aspects and functionalities of the system. So you don't need to like just understand the code from there and try to extract something. No, you can go there directly. Like 40 plus reintegration test on mainnet. So you really are using mainnet when you run the integration test there. 50 plus technical indicators from Bollinger Bands, VWAP, ATR, SI, MACD, and much more. Sophisticated order management with batch operation, so you can create several orders at once, cancel several orders at once, replace several at once, and things like it. Also, real-time market data with OTLTV, plus indicators with different multi-time frames as well. And we also support like three kind of orders from Rujira, which are the ones that we have available at the moment, the market, the fixed price, and the tracking or Oracle orders. And for you to get started very quickly, actually, we prepared two strategies. One, it's like a simple pure market making strategy, and the other one, which is the enhanced pure market making strategy. And and I just would like to talk a little bit more about some other features. Is ready for AI development, like with Cursor, WebStorm, VS Code. We have like a robust and unified mechanism that we would like to show in local there, like a property, so a single point of truth from all the constants and hard-coded configurations, let's speak. And also it's possible to try like environment separation with like production version, staging version, development version, like a logger that it's actually very customizable, and then you can have like all of the levels from all to debug. And also you can see like the method duration there, the input, the output of the methods, in case that you guys want to go more deep on this regard. Like a database as well that you can like call from anywhere, and you have access to the main tables there, especially the summary one, which you can see the profit and loss. Some annotations that are very interesting too, that you can use this, enable this login in any class or any method, or also like automatic retry mechanism. So let's say that we want to perform an operation on the cause contract there for Ujira to create an order, for example, and we would like to automatically retry we have this there in place, and it's very easy to use. Also, some caching for like important things and the things that doesn't change too much, and many more behind the scenes. I just would like to give a special note. RUJI GraphQL API, which is needed for us for the candles, has a restricted access. So in this case that you guys hit like a quota there, ask us for like an API key. We have a lot of them to give to you guys, so you can contact us and count on us on this regard. So finally, I would like to show the demo for you. Here we have the page of the project. So when you can please go there, and we have like this all of the instructions here. Actually, the
Uh,
instructions are
Danilo,
very
we cannot see your
simple.
screen
You,
yet, so I think you need to share.
oh, sorry, I forgot. Sorry. Oh,
Yeah, here we
actually,
go.
I was like going through this presentation here, but okay, no problem. uh, Here we have like the page of the project, so it's in our GitHub, and as you can see here, we have some instructions. It's not too much; it's just some simple instructions. You need to have a Linux operation system or WSL for Windows, a Boom or to run the project, Kepler to access your wallet, and you need to have a your wallet mnemonic or private key from RUJI, funds in the tokens that you want to use, like the native token RUJI, the fee payment token RUN, and the base and code token for the market that you like to operate. Like for example, RUJI with USDC, and finally a GraphQL API token to access the Vegeta GraphQL API in case of you hit the quota. And the installation is very simple. Just clone the repository, go inside of the project, and call this setup script. So I would like to actually start from scratch here. I'm going to show to you guys. Just a moment. So as you can see, my folder here is empty. I'm going to run the script. You're going to download the project here. It's going to install the dependencies, ask for your wallet and mnemonic private key. For now, I just hit enter to skip, and the setup is complete. Then I'm going to open it here in Cursor. So just a moment. Okay, and now to get started, I just need to inform my credentials here, the GraphQL API, the wallet mnemonic private keys, and public keys, which are more for integration tests. Another option is to use like the environment variables, and I have already exported this before. So if I put null, it's going to try from my environment variables. So that it is. And if everything is going well, I can just hit start here and I should start doing market making. And as long as I can show you guys here that it's actually going live and doing market making, so I'm going to see like an orders appearing here when the strategy starts, or if something is happening and it's not been possible, I'll be going. So here we try to apply the proposal and we actually have a hash of the transaction here. And now we see like that we have like orders here in the order book. And the strategy starts going like an automatically every 60 seconds, but it's completely like customizable in this regard. And you have like important information here. For example, here is the proposal, what we are going to do in the market, which orders we are going to place, which orders we are going to replace, the orders that we are going to cancel, and the orders that we are going to withdraw. So when we have like filled orders, we need to withdraw them to get back the amounts from these orders. And the same thing, it's go for the balances. So we have like these balances here in the tokens that we are using, the initial balance and the current balances. Also the initial prices and current prices that we use to calculate the profit and loss. So this is the total balance change from the beginning and absolute value and also in percentual value. And here we have like this total balance change against if not trading. So let's say that the RUJI token, for example, increased in 10%. Maybe if you have a lot of RUJI there, you're going to have to see in your portfolio that it's increased. Or maybe if it goes down for 10%, for example, you're going to see that the total balance change has decreased. But here, with this other like comparison here, actually you see that if you are not doing anything in the market, that you're not creating orders, no orders of yours has been filled, how was going to be your balance? So you can see the real profit and loss that the strategy is creating for you. And I would like to also show, so for now, I just will stop here for a moment. And as you can see, we have uh, like very detailed logs that you can enable, disable, because here we're starting to initialize the strategy. We start like cancel of all of orders, and if it has executed successfully, we are going to see this message. The same thing with withdraw all of the filled orders that you can configure if you want to the strategy do this from the very beginning. Then we update the tokens and the markets, the on the book, the indicators, and we have like some tests. But before going a bit deep dive in these strategies, I just would like to show some other cool features and walk you through our code here as well. So here is the code. So we have like here like scripts for you to get started, like right away invest code or like cursor that you can start here, for example. The same thing like we have the log folders with like all of the channels. So I would like to go back here just to see the balance change that we had from a strategy running from yesterday. And we have the resources configuration folder, which is one of the most important ones. When you hit the setup, it's going to create for you this production automatically. And here in this one here, you choose which environment you'd like to use. For example, in this case, I'm using development. And I have like the production one here, and I can put or like customize the information here from my strategies, for example. And in this one here, you have like common information and information that would be hard coded, for example, and that you can like change. For example, we have like cache to get the store chain configuration for about 6 hours. You can change this if you want to make it more often, for example. And we have the database that we store like the information from the orders and also the summary. The GraphQL response, just in case that you want to not use the GraphQL API to start and get the information from the market, it's also possible from here. We have the references and also the setup and start scripts. So as you can see, it's everything here. The code is fully open source. So please, you can check everything. And if you find any flaws, please tell us, but we try to mitigate any flaws very deeply. And walking through the code a little bit more, we have these extensions, some global extensions there. We are using immutable JS for lists and maps. So instead of using common arrays and JSON objects, you are going to receive very powerful objects that you can merge, find, filter, transform in several ways that the immutable is capable to. We have the folder for the strategies. So we have here the simple poor market making strategy and the enhanced one. The annotations, where we have like cool annotations, like for example, the logged class and logged method that you can just put on top of your class or method, which I have put, for example, here. And I am going to see the messages like we're seeing here. And you can personalize, for example, which methods do you like to allow, which methods you like to disallow, and to log the start, the end, the input of the output. So you can see which is the input that you're sending to the method and the response that came from it, for example. Also, the run with retry and timeout, which is another one. And this annotation run with retry and timeout. Oh, sorry, probably it's actually another file, but in any case, This other one here, it's like it's an interesting annotation that you just put on top of your method, and on the top of your method there, you just say that this method here is automatically retryable. So it's going to try for about 3 times. And you can also configure that in the common YML configuration file. And it's going to wait for some certain delay between the retries. And if all of the retries fail, it's going to merge all of the errors for you. Or if the operation takes too long, it's going to dispatch an error for the timeout as well. Like the bootstrap, just to import some things, the like the instance of the database. So we have like some important singletons in this project. This is one where you have like this database here that you can call from anywhere and access to the tables, for example. This demonstration script that I would like to get my hands dirty with you guys and actually see the it working, for example here where the strategy lives. So this is like when everything starts, when you hit like the start, like I hit here, for example, you are going to call this file here. And it's very simple, as you can see. You just like get your wallet mnemonic or private key. You create an instance of the simple or enhanced Pure market making strategy. You initialize it and run it. And you're going to have like a loop that is going to be running there 24 by 7 for you. Also the logging, which is like have all of the channels and create here all of the channels and also highly customizable. And we have the properties, which we have like the single point of truth for the system. So all of the information that are in the YML files automatically goes here, some environment variables too. So you can like go from anywhere and like very easily put or receive in new information. Here is the heart of the system. When the main implementation leaves, we have then like a RUJI class, and inside of RUJI class, we have like the theme class, which is another name for the RUJI Trade. And there we can like see all of the methods to place orders, for example, and cancel orders and single order or get the balances, for example. And we have all of the implementations here as well and all of the types, and we try to make the interfaces very good and well written here. So all the beginning we have all of the definitions of some important constants or enumerations here, and then we have like the list of indicators as well. Mhm. And we are supporting all of these indicators for you out of the box. Some multi files and some other files like the agents or the boomlock, the license, which is MIT, and the README of the project, and like a link, symbolic links for the start and stop mechanisms. Okay, so now the first thing that I'd like to show is running our integration tests. Sometimes one or another one could fail, but basically it's like all of them should be passing now. And actually here I'm getting the status of the system, fetching like the information of a transaction. This one it's something that might fail in the future because we cannot fetch two old transactions. But if you just change the hash there, it should work. Like to retrieve the tokens by the address or the symbol, the market by the address, the symbol, the order book, the ticker from the market, which the current price, candles, indicators, the balances, and we go for some more like interesting operations, which is like placing, replacing, canceling orders as well. And I would like to start showing. So we start getting a fixed price order, for example. So we create one and get one. So it's like several operations. So as you can see from here, not only to cover the system, but also to work with the system. So we wanted to create like very good integration test that you can use the system for real and test if it's like really working or not. If it's not, what we can do to make it work, if it's like a temporary fail, or if it's something that just that you don't have funds or anything like that. So as you can see here, I place an order and I create an order. I just left here for a moment and get an order. And I have like all of the specs to check that the order has been actually created and we can sell the order in the end. And we have like all of these methods here. And as you can see, they are running live. So we are actually running on mainnet here. So if a test is running there, we should see some action here. So let's see for a moment, as long as they have not finished it. Okay. I think I'm going to go for the main presentation there so you can see more things in action. This we're going to replace here. Okay, so the demonstration script. This is like a very interesting script, so you can check all of the features individually. So let's say that you can want to see the status of the system, for example, or fetch a transaction, or get all of the tokens. And so you can like just enable here true or false, and you can do the operation and see it live. And actually, just to update here to see. As you can see here, we have like a sell order that has been created there by the test and it has been canceled by the integration test now. And as you can see, cancel a fixed price sell order. This is the current test that we have. I'm going to stop here, but in any case, we have like about 42 integration tests. And I'm going to go for the demonstration here. I'm going to go step by step. And here we get the status of the system. So just to see if the things it's running, if the Vegeta is live and everything it's okay. The next one is to get the information from a transaction. It's actually a lot of information, but the main part of the information comes on top of here. So we have the transaction hash and its success, information from the fees here, and the raw information. As like a default for us, we have like raw information for all of the objects. So if you want to see what really happened or what really came from Mujira, you can access here and check this information more in depth. And here we have like to get all of the tokens, for example, we have 24 tokens, unique tokens on RUJI Trade available now. This is the list of all of the tokens, the address of the tokens, and like a map between the symbols and the addresses of the tokens or the denoms. And we have like an option to get just one token or several tokens. In this case, several tokens at once. I got four because I asked like these two and these two. Just a single token too. And here is like the full information, how the token comes, the address, the symbol, the name, the decimals involved, and the raw information once more. Also, we have like to get information from all the markets. So we have like 27 markets available for you guys to work at the addresses of the market, and here we have like a map from the symbols to the others. And like because we could have some collision, and the Torchain also uses like chains and tokens from different chains. For example, USDC. You're going to see like the chain and like a separated and then USDC. For example, BSC USDC here, but we have also ETH USDC, which is somewhere here. Just a moment.
number 2 on the list, Danilo,
Uh, sorry, what?
at the very top, second line.
Yes. Yes, this is indeed like the markets. I was like looking for the token, but in any case, we have here like markets with yet ETH USDC. So as you can see, several markets, which is like the one of the main USDC tokens used there. And you have like 26 markets to work. And like if you have information, you want to have information for just some markets, like I asked for four, it's possible to get information from just one market as well. And here it's like the full information, and you have like the full information for the base token, the quote token, and also like the tick, the make fee, the taker fee, the status of the market, like the order book, which is quite a lot information actually. And here we have like the information from the market, and then we have the information from the book with the bid and asks orders that are currently in the order book. I'm going to clean this here for now. And like information from like a ticker, which is like the current price of a market, because we also retrieve it from the order book or the like in special cases from the oracle as well. But we have like this raw information which is quite big, but what is important here, it's basically this middle price. So we have like base to quote and quote to base, how is the value now, and the volume weighted average price as well here, that you can use like for your operations. Also, like information from the candles. And we have like, I asked for like the default candles, which is 1 minute candles here. And we have about 4 hours, 360 candles here, actually 6 hours of candles. And you can use this for like creating your indicators as well. And I would like to show that we have like the indicators here as well. So I asked for three indicators: Bollinger Bands, moving average convergence divergence, relative strength index. And as you can see, we have some information and the values of this indicator here that you can use. Might be a bit difficult to find the next one, but yeah, here it is, the RSI as well. Also, like a method to get the balances. This one, it's actually goes for different places to fetch and calculate the balances, and also like create the a structure for the balances that it's very good to use in the main code. Here it's like too much information just because like we have, for example, the tokens, and we have like the information from the tokens here, but from the types I can show you a bit more. So you have like the total balances, and these total balances you can have in RUJI. For example, let's say that you have in total $10 or $100 in your balance. So you can have this in an USD token. And how much would this be in RUJI token as well, the native token? But also you have token by token, a balance, and we have the information from the token here and the balances from the token. You have like the balance in the token itself. Let's say that you have like two bitcoins, and you're going to see like two here. And the native token RUJI, for example, how much it's going to be these two bitcoins in RUJI, and the same thing in dollars. And for the RUJI and USD, for example, you also get for free, like a quotation, which is the like current price when this balance was quoted, for example, and you can like do some things in your strategies on top of that. And we have like the full information here and of the balances. So it also depends on the tokens that you are accompanying. Please just be advised that we are supporting the balances that are present in the RUJI Trade. And so if you have like some different tokens in your portfolio that are not there, it's not going to be computed there, which is my case here. For example, I have like something, for example, in Ethereum, which is not available in the markets there. But if I sum the other ones, I should see like something similar there from what I received here, the total balance. And okay, we can go on. We start like starting with the orders, but I just would like to pause here for a moment and actually goes for the strategies. But here you can like start placing orders, canceling orders, get the orders, replacing orders, withdrawing the orders. And here it's like several operations that you can do from the orders. We have some order templates. For example, if you want to place a fixed buy order, you can just like check this template here and you're going to have this available. I can just try to call one before like going for the next one. Let me just put this for false for a moment. And then I can call the demonstration again. I should have checked if we had like a open order here. Indeed we had. I should have canceled it before. Just a moment. Okay. Here in this other market, we don't have anyone yet. Okay. So here we initialize the system and prepare like the initial information. And then we start like placing the orders. It takes a moment for the transaction to be completed, but it's not that much. In any case, I just would like to start like showing these files here. It seems that it looks longer, but in any case, it's usually like a fast operation. So don't be like discouraged by that. Um, and here, for example, we have the base pool market making strategy. Okay. If I asked like to place several at once, I would see like that is going to be more quickly. But in any case, I like created one here, and I should see like actually when I asked it to create one, I created two, one separately, one buy one and a sell one, and that's also why it took longer, and I forgot because we send like one operation, send the other one, and after only the two transactions were like completed, that we shown some results, and that's why I it took some time for to show here for me. But for example, here I have like also all of the information from the order and like the information from the transaction as well. So if I get here, for example, transaction hash, as you guys have been able to see, we actually have already seen the orders here. So it happened. But in any case, you can also use the Tor chain here to check for the transactions and see how was the contract call, for example. So we sent this message here and we're able to create an order accordingly. Okay, that's good. So now about the strategies, which is like the main and interesting thing. As you can see from the other one that I started from scratch, it was very easy and very quick to get started. I just needed to like inform my credentials, which I have exported previously in the background as like environment variables. But having that, I can just double check the configurations of the strategies here and thus his start, and I'm doing market making already. So now I would like to go more in depth about that, initially from the strategy file. So for example, uh, I'm using this development here, but usually we are going to receive like the production one. And here you have like information, for example, the market making strategy, and you have like some configurations that is common for the simple and the enhanced one. We try to do like a very good explanation of each of the fields involved here. I'm going to get from this one that is versioned. Um, and you have like the configurations for the simple and the configurations from the enhanced. So here we have the market that you want to use, the ticker and tick interval. For example, we are going to run each cycle is 60 seconds. The candle, so you're going to look back for 6 hours in the initial load, and then we are going to get just the most recent 5 minute candles and keep only the 500 candles for the indicators. And here in the order, it's the minimum amount that you want to use in order, but also you can inform the desired free balance amount that you want to use as a percentage or in amounts. For example, here I want to use 10% or 1. So we are going to do some min and max operations there to try to find the correct amount for you. And here is the maximum amount. So you don't want to cross this, for example. I don't use more than 5 units of my token, for example. You can also configure here to cancel all orders or withdraw all of the filled orders when the strategy starts. The same thing when the strategy stops. Usually the strategy stops if you incur in a profit and loss that we're going to see. And to monitor your profit and loss, you can enable disable it, and this is the maximum allowed loss from the initial vault. For example, here is 5%. And you have like some async tasks that runs like from time to time. For example, to update the tokens, we don't need to update it too often, so we update just after 6 hours. The same thing for the market. The indicators, you want to get it more often, so minute by minute updates. The order book, like 30 seconds updates, and the profit and loss minute by minute checks as well. And this is actually the section that have more configurations. The simple one, it's very simple. You just like put like a spread, for example, 5%. And I want to use like a 5% that's going to be divided and 2% in the buy, and 2.5% in the buy, and 2.5% in the sell. The same thing goes for the enhanced here, but with like more advanced mechanism where we are going to use like indicators. So we have like the minimum spread, this Bollinger Bands multiplier here, this volume weight average price skew multiplier. So we skew the price, maximum skew percentage, this volatility size shrinkage multiplier. I'm going to show a little bit in actual there. Um, and if you like double check these configurations here, you are good to go. You just need to hit start. The only thing is, if you want to use the simple strategy, you enable here, for example. And if you want to use the enhanced one, you enable the other one. So if I hit start now, I'm just going to cancel the orders that might be open. Mhm. Mhm. I also created like a tracking order just to for you guys to see. When I asked it to place the order, I forgot to mention it was too many operations. I'll just like to show this very briefly here. For example, here I'm creating a fixed price order of a buy, of a sell, a tracking order of a buy and a sell, a market buy order and a market sell order, and only after all of that I showed the message. So that's why it took longer. But in any case, we also created this tracking order, which is like an interesting kind of order that instead of like fixing a price, you ask, for example, I want this order to be filled if if the price it's for example here if I can sell 2.5% more than the current price of the market, which comes from the oracles from RUJI. And you can also configure this in base points, which is like here you have like these deviation points and which is converts to percentage as well. So 100 of this, it's 0.1%. Um, and here, for example, in the strategy, we're coming back, we enable the simple strategy here. I can hit start and it's going to do like the market making for me. And as the strategy runs, I just would like to show very briefly how it works. It's not too difficult. The enhanced one, it's a bit more complicated, but not that much. We extract the informations that we put in the configuration files to kind of block our orders from the minimum and max amounts and the desired amounts that we want to use. Then we get the balances, the order book, the current orders, the middle price, create two order templates, the proposal, which is going to be the price, replace, cancel, and withdraw, and here we calculate the spread, divide the spread in half, and add this spread to the buy price and the sell price. Calculate the amounts. So we have here the min and the max operations to clamp your amounts. And here we like add the amounts in the orders if they are valid with good prices. We loop through the orders because we may want to withdraw them and cancel them. And this is actually very interesting. We just use one transaction to place the orders, to cancel the orders, and withdraw the filled orders all at once with just one transaction. And finally, we have the proposal and we apply the proposal. So what happened behind the scenes here? It's actually in this loop, we initialize the strategy and we have this while true method, which update the orders, we update the balances, create the proposal, which is this method here, and we apply the proposal, update the balances, and update the summary. And then we have finished the cycle, wait for about 60 seconds, which is customizable, and we run it again. So we have here the proposal that has been printed, and we have here the current profit. So for example, here it's saying to me that I losing this kind of percentage here. But in any case, I should be able to see if I have like orders open now, some orders appearing here or disappearing from here. Let me see where the strategy is. And we have like this information in the background. So as I informed, the indicators are updated like independently. The same thing for the order book. So we have these tasks. You can disable these tasks as well. You just need to set it to null, like we inform here. So if you put null here, you disable the task if you don't want to use it, for example, for your proper purposes. And okay, let's see if something has changed here. I'm going to start here the enhanced strategy. I just would like to show this one first in case. And I'm going to show you guys that we apply the proposal. Submit the transaction, guarantee, that's okay. Let's see about our portfolio here, if we have funds. So, okay. And I have like a small balance here in both of them, just for demonstration and tests. And I would like to run the enhanced one. An interesting fact before like going forward. And here I left like the strategy running like yesterday, and it might be a bit more difficult here now to find because something's worked after that. But we could see like a interesting improvement in our balance. So and the strategy is working well. Of course, like the market is unpredictable, but we can like try to use a lot of technical indicators to help us to create like a good strategy. Um, and so about the enhanced. So let me start its enable here. I can hit start. Let's accompany it closely here. So we are initializing the strategy, cancel all orders if needed, and configure that. Then we go for updating the indicators, checking the profit and loss, like starting the repeating tests. So this is going to be running indefinitely. We have like this current information. So you can stop and start your strategy, and this state is saved. So you can use this as a comparison. If I want to start fresh, for example, I just we have this in our FAQ, but you just need to go here and in the resources database, and you can delete this one. That's going to be recreated for you automatically. I'm going also to delete this logs folder here, and we could start completely fresh. So as you can see, the database has been created and also the log files here, and you will be able to see the same messages. Okay, so we are getting information about the balances, information from the orders. We created the proposal and we are trying to apply the proposal. If the proposal it's applied, we have a hash, and we should be able to see this is in the interface here. As you can see, we have created two orders, and we created the orders closer to the middle price. So it's 1.150 here, and the sell is 1.151 and 1.149. And as you can see here, we have these orders here, which are ours. And the strategy will be going to be running indefinitely. And now I can see that the balance hasn't changed yet. But as long as the strategy runs, and if you are like Rune, it's used by to pay the transactions, although Rujira is not taking like fees from you to create orders, cancel orders in the market at the moment, and probably it's going to be incentive for us for a long time, which is very good for us. So here we're going to see like the balance change, but this is like the balance change against if we're not trading, like I informed before. For this, we use the initial balances and the initial prices. Also, we have the current balances with the initial prices, so we can do this comparison. And we can see here that this status is going to be run. And if we have like a filled order, we could see that the order was going to be filled. And also we could see in our logs that the strategy has had any orders filled as well here. Um, because I started from like a completely fresh, it's just like a case of the market to really see something being filled here. But trust me that we have like battle tested this and it's working very well and fine. Finally, coming to the end of the presentation, I just would like to go through the enhanced market making strategy that we've created here. and I would like to share with you guys in our open source repository. So if you have like improvements or ideas and things that you'd like to see, please tell us in our Discord or dedicated Discord channel inside of RUJI. So here we have like extracting the parameters there that we have. So we have like the token parameters about like clamping the amounts. We have like the parameters related with the spread of the orders to skew the price of the orders and to change the size of the orders. Like we have here in the state, the market, the balance, the book indicators, and the current orders. Also, we extract the middle price from the order book, and we have the buy and the sell order template and the proposal. Finally, we retrieve like these indicators here. We're going to use the Bollinger Bands, the upper, lower, and middle to create the Bollinger Bands width here, and also the volume weighted average price to skew the price, and the average true range to change the size. So as we go through here, we have tried to put this like in a very clear explanation how it works. For example, the spread. Compute the spread using Bollinger Bands with as a safeguard. We also include a minimum spread percentage. Here, 10%, for example, is included as 10. So the formula, it's like this. The intuition is if the Bollinger Bands with measure is a measure of volatility, when the width is high, we are having expansion in the market. The price is more volatile, so the spread should be larger because we want to take less risks for that. On the other hand, if the width is low, we are having contraction in the market, so the price is more stable. And then we could have a smaller spread. And here we then calculate the spread amount using the Bollinger Bands. And this Q are the fair price. So we have the middle price, but from the indicators, we can define another fair price. So we compute the fair price from the current middle price, with Q based on how far the middle price is from the VWAP, volume weighted average price over a chosen window. A cap prevents excessive skew that you can configure there in the configurations. We have the information here. So if the middle price is greater than the VWAP, we have like some positive skew, and the fair price is greater than the middle, and we have a upward bias. The same thing, the opposite happens here. If the middle price is less than the VWAP, we have the negative skew. So the fair price should be less than the middle price. So here we do like this calculation. And finally, we have like, we can change the order size, compute the order size using the average true range. And as a safeguard, we also use the minimum token amount per order here, or the maximum token amount per order. But also the intuition here is a measure of the average price range for the last trades. So when the ATR is high, the price is more volatile again, and the order size should be smaller. And on the other hand, when the ATR is low, the price is more stable, and the order size should be larger. And with all of this, we then create the order accordingly. We change the spread, which we are going to put in the buy and the sell orders. We skew the fair price to the left, on the right, from the middle price, and we change the size of the order, increasing or decreasing its amount based on our indicators. And the strategy will be doing that even when you are sleeping. And I think that concludes my presentation. I will be open for questions. Thanks a lot, guys, to be here with me.
Thanks a lot, Danilo. Super helpful. I think it's a, a very exciting framework to allow people to build all sorts of strategies. And yeah, sure, you need a bit of technical know-how, but with AI and a kind mind, those days everything is possible. So thanks a lot for that. If there are any questions, you can just put them in the chat. But otherwise, there will be a group, a Discord group in the Dev Discord, and Danilo also has a Telegram group. So any questions, any contribution you want to make, any improvements, just go, or if you need an API key because you're reaching the rate limits, just reach out on Discord mostly, and that will be where everything happen.
Thank you very much, PM. It was really a pleasure to be participating in this demo today with you guys. I hope that you guys enjoy the project a lot as we are doing. I would like to also give a special thanks to PM, to Code Hans, to also the Rujira team and Fantastic team as well for this like hard work. And it was really good to see the progress. And I hope that we can roll up much more interesting and new features for you guys to try. Any questions now?
Oh, the Telegram group
Mhm.
link you can share. Patriot will be doing marvels in spreading that around.
Mhm. I'm going to also share with you like the link of the repository and the other relevant information in a moment, so you guys can start out like right now if you just want. Okay.
Well, thanks a lot, guys, and take care. Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you, guys.